Hi guys, good morning. My name is Cornelia. I'm working as a recruiter and I've been working as one for the last 3 years and a few months. Welcome to my channel where I mainly speak about topics related to recruiting, how to find a job, how to look for a job, how to respond to certain interview questions, and at the same time I'm speaking about how to use certain tools if you are a recruiter and you need some help figuring out how to navigate through all the recruitment tools that we use. Today's topic is how to look for jobs. And recently I've gone to a job change. I, in fact, gained a lot of experience in terms of looking for jobs, applying to jobs. In today's video, I wanted to show you how to search for a job in an organized manner. I've made an Excel sheet with all of the fields that you can fill, and I will also show you an example on how to search for roles and how to fill in all of those fields that I'll explain. And if you want to use my spreadsheet, you can find it down below and download it for free. If you don't, you can make it your own. It doesn't matter. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. I'll share my screen in 1 second. This is the spreadsheet that I was talking about. As you see, I've made here some fields that you can use, which are company, so the company that you apply to, role title, the name of the role, where did you found it, and you have multiple options. You can find them on Glassdoor, LinkedIn, CV Library, Read, Monster, any other job boards, or if a friend show you the role. I wrote then referral. The other field is way of applying. If you never applied to a role before, there are mainly two categories of applying. First of all is either you send your CV and that's all, and I guess that you have some screening questions but not that many, or you can go to the company portal and complete a profile there. And by completing a profile there, the company has your data in their database of candidates with your CV, with your cover letter, and many other details about yourself. So as you see here, I had a pre-selected choice. The one is easy apply, when you basically just send your CV, and the second one is the way where you create a profile on the company page. Then the next column is the one with accepted application. I guess you know, if you get your application accepted, you'll be called for interviews or for different stages of the recruitment process that that company has. And if your answer is a positive one, you can write here yes. As you see, if you have a positive answer, this cell will become green. But if you have a negative answer, for example, they send you a rejection email where they say something within the lines that they decide to go forward with other candidates, you can write here no. And as you see, every time you get a negative response, the cell will be turned red. There are a lot of companies that ghost you. They don't even give you a response, either if it's a yes or a no. And in that case, I left this field open, blank, because I basically didn't get any acceptance or any response from them. Then in the next 5 columns, I wrote possible tests or interviews that I can have within my field or within my role title as a recruiter, right? The first one is language test. Because I'm a Romanian native, usually I have an English test. This could be either a certain test that I can do on a platform or a speaking test where basically the recruiter speaks with me in English and sees what is my level of English, if I am fluent in it, and if I can express my ideas in English. Of course, if you applied to roles where you need other languages, for example, I've applied for roles with German because I've also speak German. I've done some German tests here. And as you see here, I wrote the date. All of these columns here basically are formatted as a date. So the only thing that you can write here is the certain day when you schedule that interview or that test. Then the technical or the aptitude tests and the date for it, of course. If you are a software developer or a person that works in a technical field, most of the time you'll have this. It will be either a written test or a technical interview. and this is separate from the other interviews that you'll have. I have one of these as well, where I had to prepare an interview for a Java developer. Other recruiters and hiring manager were assessing the ways that I was interviewing. Then the first date interview. This is usually the screening interview where the recruiter calls you and asks a few details about yourself. These are mainly administrative questions to see if you have the right visa, if your salary expectations align with the budget for the role, and so on. Then the second interview and the date for it is the HR interview, when you speak with the recruiter, and their main job is to assess if you'll be a good fit for that role and for the company. The final interview usually is with the hiring manager or with the manager of that team, and this is a decisive interview. A certain person that will work with you day to day will assess if you will be a good fit for that team, for the role, for the project, and so on. Then the other column is the rejected interview, and as you see, these are two pre-selected responses. I made this one because I want to see for what role I was rejected and for what company, especially if I applied for multiple roles within one company. And here, if I get rejected at any stage of the recruitment process, I will set yes. And as you see, it will turn into a red color because this is a negative answer for me. I got rejected. And if I didn't got rejected and got on and on until they send me a letter, I'll press no because this is a positive response for me because I wasn't rejected, right? And then the next two columns are one where the company sends you an offer. And as you see, here are pre-selected as well. You need to choose either yes or no. So yeah, the company sent me an offer, but I didn't like the offer. I didn't like the terms there. I didn't like the salary, and I tried to negotiate, but they were strict about it. And I wanted to reject the offer. Basically, I said here no. And then I'll go forward to the next company. For example, if I have a company that send me an offer letter, and I'm okay with the terms, everything is great, I love that role, I'll basically accept the role here. So yeah, these are mainly the ways that you can complete this sheet. I frozen the company column and the row here with all the titles. So basically, if you go there to the other companies that you can write here, the name will be there, so you'll know in what column you are looking or complete. And the company will be also here just to see in what stage you are with a certain company in your interviewing process. And now, after I explained the table, I wanted to show you how you can basically search for a job and extract the informations from there, from the job ad, and set it in your table. I think LinkedIn is one of the platforms that everyone uses to find a job. I'll go here to jobs. I'll write talent acquisition recruiter, for example. And here you have a lot of filters that you can complete based on your preferences. When I'm looking for a job, was that I wanted to be remote. Look for mid to senior. And you can look to other filters as well and complete here everything that you want. And then I'll go here and see the 4 results that LinkedIn shows. First of all, I need to read the job description and see if the job would be a good fit for me or not. And this is important, and my advice to you is to apply to jobs that you think that you'll be a good fit for them, that you think that you have the skills for them, and that you think will make you feel good at your day-to-day job. And this is important because I saw a lot of people that apply to multiple roles. They don't even read the job description. And for example, if you are a person who has 2 years of experience and you apply to 50 roles that require 6 or 7 years of experience, of course you'll be rejected. And when you'll see all of the rejection emails in your inbox email, you won't feel that good and you'll be discouraged in terms of looking for a job. This is awful. That's why I don't recommend to do this and to apply to only roles that will be a good fit for you. First of all, I select the roles by looking at the requirements or the qualification section. As you see here, it says like 2 to 4 years of experience. I have 3 years of experience, so I'll be okay with it. Then, excellent written and spoken English. I think I have this. Skilled in modern sourcing and selection techniques. I think I have this as well. Handle multiple projects and deadlines. Yes, I think that I have this ability as well. So from the requirements part, from my side, I think that I will be good for this. And then I'll look at the responsibilities. And I want to see this because I want to be sure that the activities that I'll have to do day to day are something that I want to do. And yeah, because this is a talent acquisition specialist role, I know what the responsibilities imply. And yeah, I want to because this is my career. This is something that I do day to day. Then, of course, if you want, you can look at things about the companies, about the core values, culture, and so on. Let's say that I want to apply for this role. So I like the responsibilities, I have the necessary requirements, I like the culture, or yeah, any other details that they wrote here. When you see this button with apply an arrow, basically this button will, if you press it, will direct you to the company portal when you need to create your profile or you need to enter there more data about yourself so the company can have your data and see if you're a good fit for their role or not within their internal database candidates platform. And yeah, if you see, if you apply to this, direct you to their company page, and here you need to fill in all of these fields. And after you fill all of them, you click here submit application. This is basically the thing that I told you about when I show you the Excel spreadsheet, where you need here to see the way of applying on the company portal or just apply with your CV. Here it's the company portal where you create a profile. And yeah, let's take all these informations from here. So this is the company, right? Then the role title. Where did you find your job? I found it on LinkedIn, so I'll just write LinkedIn. And the ways of applying on the company portal where I created a profile. And then these fields, you need to wait until they accept your application or not to complete them, right? I wanted to find a company where you can apply with your CV, so you can see. Here you can apply with your CV only. Of course, you need to go to the same steps, read the job description, read the requirements, read the responsibilities. And if you decide that you want to apply for this role, you need to click this button, Easy Apply. When it says here Easy Apply, basically all you need to do is upload your CV there, and then the recruiter will look over your CV and see if you would be a good fit for the role or not. Now I wanted to show you how these fields look when you basically complete the spreadsheet with my example. As I said before, I've just gone through a job change, and here is the sheet that I've used to track all of the roles that I applied to, all of my interviews, and so on. As you see, the company, the role title, where I found the job on LinkedIn, on company side. I've also got a referral. Referral means that a friend of mine showed me the job or told me to apply to a job at their company or a job that they found. This is important to know because there are a few recruiters that ask you, oh, so where did you find about the role? And you can tell them, I found it on LinkedIn, I found it on the company side, some friends told me about it, and so on. It's important to know the way of applying because when I complete a company profile or portal before the interview, I can go to that site and see what other informations about myself I said there so I can prepare myself for the interview. At the acceptance application, I wrote yes to all of the companies that send me an email back and invite me to the interviews, and no to all of the companies that rejected me. And as you see here, I wrote only the date of every interview, every technical test that I have, the second, first, final interview, and so on. I wrote at every date, the hour, and where the interview will be or how the interview will be. For example, at this interview with Bosch, I had my first interview on the 9th of February, at 11 a.m. and it was online on Teams. As you see here, I wrote yes for all of the roles where I was rejected, and this didn't depend on the interview stage where I was in. The job description is really important and you need to know it, and you need to prepare your answers for the interview based on the job description. And that's why you need to save all the job descriptions for all the roles that you applied to. And you can do that in two ways. If you are really organized, you can write them here in your Excel. You can have a sheet with every job description, or you can have a sheet with all of the job description and write them in every cell in your Excel. I can write here the company name, Revolut, copy the job description. Oh. Another way that you can do that, and this is the way that I've done it, I created a document in Google Docs, you can do that as well, where I basically copy and paste all the job descriptions of the roles that I applied to. And if the recruiter called me, for example, from Revolut, press Ctrl F to find and search for Revolut. And as you see, the job description will appear here. So I hope this video was helpful in terms of helping you how to look for jobs, for roles, and how to do it in an organized manner, because it's important to keep track of all the roles that you apply to, so you won't apply to one role for 3 or 4 times because you don't remember the name. Also, this can help you when the recruiter calls you and you don't remember the company, the role title, or the job description, and you can go there and easily search for it and find it. I hope this will be helpful, and good luck in finding a new job. Thank you so much. Bye bye.